Today I'm joined by Toby, who is one of the organizers for the upcoming Highland Carnage event coming up in Marsden, Saskatchewan. Toby, thank you so much for coming down to the station today.
Thanks for having me.
And to start, I have never heard of the Scottish Heavy events at all. I'm pretty, I don't really know too much. So if you could inform me about what these events are all about.
Well, I guess one of the more famous ones is the big burly men throwing the trees around. That's usually what everybody focuses on when they hear about it, or you know, the scene from like your Braveheart where they're running throwing the great big stone, or a lot of that stuff. It's that, and then you got the field stone, which is smaller stone. You're throwing that one with some more movement. The Scottish hammers, which is a lot like the Olympic hammer, but instead of it being on a cable, it's on a stick, basically about 4 feet longish, and you stand actually in one spot and you twist around and throw it. They're all, for a sport that, as you're looking at it, it seems like it should be easy. It isn't. It's a blast,
I don't think
though.
I would ever classify that as looking easy as my frame, but you know, that is to each their own. Can you talk to me a little bit about how these competitions are judged and the viewing experience?
Well, okay, so the caber toss, which is the tree, so it's scored by going forward carrying the tree, and as you throw the tree, it's got to come over, land, and do a full 180, and then your scoring is kind of off a clock, so it would be a perfect score would be 12 o'clock, and then each way it goes from there, there's points taken off, kind of thing. And it's the hammers and the weight for distance and like your sheaf toss and your weight over bar are all scored by basically how far you can throw it or how high you can throw it.
And then I know outside of all of the competitions going on, there is a bunch of other events going on for the day. Can you talk to me a bit about that?
The Marsden board, the big Manitou Lake Regional Board, they knocked it out of the park this year. So they also have face painting. They'll have bouncy house for the kids. Not only that, but it's right at the lake. So you got all your other stuff right there. And then you can't have Scottish games and stuff without, you know, a couple cold things to drink and plenty of viewing pleasure out there. So the beer gardens will be there. And then they also have their kitchens opened up, and then from 5 till 7 they're also putting on a beef on a bun with salad, which is a great supper too. So it's a full day, and like I said, they knocked it out of the park, and they made it a really nice family thing to come down and check out, and fingers crossed we'll get the bagpipers down there.
I'd also like to talk to you about the sponsorships and the team that's really backing this up and making this all possible.
You know, like I've been doing weird stuff like this for quite a few years now, and a lot of my sponsors, you know, you got your Engine Parts Canada, Breitling Equipment. A lot of these guys are all good friends and whatnot, and I'm not too sure if they're just helping fund me to see where I fall apart as an old man or what, but the community comes together and helps me out very well. You know, props to all these guys. I try to throw a shout out for all of those guys that I can. Renee over at World Class Gym, he's helping me out a little bit. He hooked me up with you guys, and you know, me and him go way back to his whole family. We school and everything. So, you know, it's nice to reach out to some of these people. Lloyd's mainly a hockey town, and a lot of times it's hard to get funding for such things, but the friends. It's just it's nice to have them just pretty much at the drop of a hat. They'll give you a hand with whatever, and props to all those guys that I already got thank yous out there for, and and hopefully we can put on a heck of a show for everybody to come and watch and have a great time.
I imagine it will be a great time, and that is coming up on August 10th.
August 10th, and it starts at 10 a.m. The kitchen opens from 11 till I believe it's 4, and then they got a little time in between, and it's 5 to 7, I believe, for the beef on a bun and salad.
Well, perfect. That covers all the questions that I had today. So thank you.
Maybe if I can get you out there, we'll come out and take a peek, see, and we'll hook you up with some stuff and give you a good time and a little eye opener.
I appreciate that.
No problem.
That covers everything, though. So thank you again for taking the time to come down and talk about this.
Thank you for having me.